Dollastic here. Today we're going to be looking at Disney's Zootopia, my busy book. Zootopia has been one of my latest obsessions, and when I saw this in Barnes & Noble for $9.98, I totally had to grab it because it comes with a storybook, 12 figures, and a playmat. And I also got 10% off because of my membership. So here is how the book looks. The book is in hardcover, and I don't know, like the details of the packaging of this book is really nice. As you can see, the bottom part is the boxed part where you can actually store the playmat and the figures, and you can see along the bottom you can see Nick and Judy's face. It looks so cute. And in case you guys are wondering, here is how the back of the book looks. And inside the book, instead of being able to read the story from the movie and everything, you can actually read about each character. So here you have Nick and Judy, which are the main characters, and it also tells you about the other characters as well, so that when you go in to play with your figures, you know about these characters even if you haven't watched the movie. The back part, as you can see, is the boxed part, and on the top you can see the playmat, and on the bottom are the 12 figures. So let's take them out and take a closer look at them. I suppose you could just cut the tape, but I prefer actually just like undoing the tape. That way, once I am done showing it to you guys, I can store the mat back in here or the figures back in here too. I don't know, I might have to display them on my shelf just because I love Zootopia so much. But ta-da! It's open! Let's take a look at the playmat first. I have a feeling this is going to be quite large. Yep, this is really large. Wow! Okay, so I'm just going to give you guys a closer look on this mat. As you can see, it's quite large. Here is the first scene. All of these scenes are really beautifully painted. Here is the second scene. Here is the third scene. And here is the last one. Personally, my favorite one is the first one. Right over here. Then on the bottom compartment you see 12 figures, and I do have to tell you right now that the paint job is not the best, but I think for the price you pay, I mean the fact that you get a book, you get a playmat, and 12 figures, I think the quality is definitely acceptable. Oh, let's start with Nick Wilde. So here is the figure of Nick Wilde. Like I said, the paint job is not the best, but actually the sculpting is quite nice. So if you guys are up to the challenge, you guys can definitely try to repaint these. That is only if you feel like you want to challenge yourself to do so. Here is Nick Wilde. Then here is Judy, which in my case, in my set, she does look better than Nick, but the paint job is definitely going to differ from my set to yours if you get one. Here is Mayor Lionheart. I love the pose that he is in. He looks quite awesome, except for his paint job. Somehow, even though he has this really full mane because of the paint job, it almost looks like he is bald. I don't know. Here is Chief Bogo. And I really apologize for any humming noise in the background. The weather's really nice, so the neighborhood is out mowing the lawn. Anyway, here is Chief Bogo, and he looks super awesome. The sculpting is really nice on this figure. Then here is the polar bear guy, which I can never remember his name. I asked people what his name was, and I got two different names, so I'm really confused too. But it's one of the polar bear guys that serves Mr. Big. Here is Flash, which is everybody's favorite sloth, it seems like. He just looks really awesome here. Then these two figures look absolutely adorable, and these are Judy's dad and Judy's mom. Aren't they so cute? Look at Judy's dad just waving. Bye, Judy! Then we have Ella Finnick, or Finnick, in his con uniform. Somehow the ears look a little flimsy, so I'm a little worried about that because, I don't know, little kids might break his ears. But other than that, I think this figure looks really cute. Then here we have Bellwether, and her glasses are painted a little wonky in my figure. But like I said, I wasn't really expecting a lot of good paint job on these figures anyway, because these are the figures that are included in a set that is relatively nicely priced. Anyway, here is Bellwether. Then we have Mrs. Utterton. I'm actually surprised that they included her instead of Mr. Big. I mean, with Polar Bear Guy being in the set, like you would think that they would include Mr. Big, right? But they decided to surprise us with Mrs. Utterton. Then we also have Duke Weaselton, and he just looks so sneaky. Look at him. He looks so animated too. I love that. So as you can see on this set, you can definitely create your own story or even reenact the movie scene.
Oh hey, I'm Mayor Lionheart. I feel teeny weeny in this scene. Vote for me. I got extra small just so that I can win the votes of the small creatures. But I have one mighty heart and I do everything for people. I try to. I really try to. I kind of do. I think I do.
So here are the things I got from my Disney Zootopia My Busy book. Personally, I don't really collect My Busy books, but I just could not pass up on this one because I just found it to be really adorable. Even though I got this book because I like Zootopia and I wanted the figures, my favorite feature of this set is actually the scene playmat. What do you like most about this book? Is it the book itself, or is it the playmat, or do you like the figures? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye guys!